Hello friends, this presentation will be on LMS, that is Learning Management System, also known as Course Management System, and we'll look at online courseware design, that is how one can structure a course on a learning management system. By the end of this presentation, you'll be able to explain learning management system. You'll be able to identify some features of a learning management system and also explain MOODLE, and I'll discuss UEW MOODLE course structure. Now, what are learning management systems? They are web-based software that normally run on a server, and you can access it by using a browser such as Mozilla Firefox and the likes. A typical learning management system has tools that helps us to create web-based courses. So you have the application configured on a server, then you fashion out your content and publish it on the server. Then students or learners also, through the help of the internet, will be able to access what you have published. It also helps you to set up communications that can happen synchronously or asynchronously. It has tools that you can also use to set up quizzes and also set up surveys. You can also create grade category and record grades into the various categories and view the grades as well. You can also set up an assignment model that learners will try to submit assignment in soft copy form, and you download and review it and score, and the grades will go into the grade book. So this is just a brief introduction to what one may term as course management system or a learning management system or a virtual learning environment. So with this, we'll look at some features of a learning management system, which we've just discussed, and you also have the opportunity to have other view about other features of a learning management system. One of them is a feature that helps us to upload and share materials. So if you have some material that is in PDF form and you want to make it available for your learners, there's a feature that can help you to upload, and they also download and read. We've talked about forums and chats already, so you have a feature that will help you to set up forums or chats, and the chat will be a communication that will be synchronous, and forums will be a communication that will be asynchronous. Then also the quiz model, then gathering and reviewing assignment model, then recording grades into the grade book. There are so many features. The one that UEW has adapted has a new feature which is known as video conferencing feature, which if you are not around, you want to have a live lecture or lesson with your learners, you can set up the video conferencing feature. And as we prepare to develop our various courses, you'll be introduced to most of these features. Why should one use a learning management system? For now, The learning management system that UEW has adopted is not supposed to be used for pure online courseware design. You are supposed to use it to augment your face-to-face interaction with your learners. So by so doing, it will make you more effective and efficient, in the sense that you try to prepare your lecture note, you upload it onto the MOODLE server, students access the lecture notes before class, and you use the time that you're supposed to meet them face to face to discuss and clarify concept that they were not able to understand. Also, you're supposed to use a learning management system because the kind of student we have nowadays are technologically savvy, and also the demand by distance learners, then also evening classes that we'll be having. Now, the learning management system that UEW has adopted is called MOODLE, and it's an acronym that stands for Modular Object Oriented Dynamic Learning Environment. And once it is part of the learning management system, it's a web-based application. Some people use it for pure online delivery, and some also use it to supplement traditional classroom learning. Now let's look at UEW MOODLE course structure briefly. And before we look at it, you must determine the kind of course that you're teaching. If you are teaching a large class, there are some kind of activities that you never use. For example, the assignment model, if you are teaching about 500 students and the likes. What you can use is a forum, you group them, you also use the quiz model. And there are also some classes that I feel like graduate programs. They don't need much motivation, so you can use blogs, you can use wiki and the likes. And as we build our various courses systematically, we'll get to understand some of these terminologies. So let's look at first the information page. What goes into the information page? You have the course code and the course title formatted well. If we start building it, you'll see it. Then you have the course description, course outcomes, course outline, the introduction. This is where you try to set up a model that will help you to let your learners know you, and you also know some of them, or even all of them. In a typical traditional classroom, we normally do that. Then you can also have the let's get in touch. For the main glossary, is normally set up for courses that you, the instructor, want learners to grab some basic vocabularies. Then you set it up. But for academic and technical support, it is mandatory to assure them we will have some courses that I'll show to you later on in subsequent videos. Then you must have also the feedback. For the navigation tool, you normally set it up when you have designed the course. Using MOODLE may not be part of the information page, in the sense that you might have taken your learners through some basic ways of using MOODLE. This is not cast in stone, in the sense that you may wish to adapt some other information page from other learning management system. But for now, these are some of the things that will go into your information page. Then we have the main learning pathway. And UEW, we want to adopt and also maybe try to adapt some of these elements in a learning pathway. So you have the topic title, you have the introduction summary of the lesson, then you have learning objectives, then you have the presentation of the topic. This is where you try to elicit relevant previous knowledge by using, for example, the forum model. Then you now present the instructional materials. It can be a video conferencing, it can be audio, it can be a reference text, it can be direction to other sites. Then after that, you provide self-assessment that will fall under guided practice. Then you give an assignment. Assignment can be in the form of online assignment or offline. You can also use a quiz to assess learners. So this is the structure, but it depends on how you want to also fashion out your lesson. So in a typical lesson on Moodle, you are supposed to go through these steps, and as and when and how your course is much demanding, you can also add other kind of subheadings. I hope this video will set the tone for a better series of videos that will be developed later. Thank you, and I hope you have enjoyed it.